the JMA Dome. It's Kitley and Latham with a tip, and it's controlled by Virginia Tech. These were all players that were here last year. Alyssa Latham has been one of the more talented freshmen in the entire conference. Wood hands it off to Rice. Rice, tough shot and a tough make. Ekh trying to find an outlet and ends up in the hands of Amoore.
Defensive transition is so important for Syracuse, and that's the one thing that they don't want is to allow a three. They're going to come down, and if you don't get in front of their face in defensive transition, you see here, hands down. She's so... You'll see Virginia Tech, they play really good team defense. They're in this zone. They try to keep some penetration in the middle.
Shot clock down to 5 and taken away. Georgia Amoore picks the pocket, and Amoore lays it up and in on the other end. Georgia Amoore.
Transition, and then just doing it on both ends of the floor. She can play defense as well. Gets the layup here for more.
A couple of losses to Florida State and Duke back-to-back. Amoore, yes, Georgia Amoore. 2 made threes here in the first quarter. As a team, Georgia Amoore has 11 of the team's 14 points in the early going. Now, we were talking to head coach Kenny Brooks before this game, and we're saying he's starting to give Georgia Amoore a lot more leeway to control the game if she can. This is the layup there. The follow from Kitley, step through, no good. Gets her own board. Amoore, top of the key. Cash. Georgia Amoore.
She has been balling out. She scored the first 11 points of the game.
There's rebounding. You got to find her wherever she is, whether it's in transition or half court.
Dyaisha Fair off the glass. Smooth stuff from Dyaisha Fair. Good pass to Carly Wenzel into the corner. Ekh open for three. Yes! Virginia Tech here, the first.
Coming off the screen, and here's the hockey assist. Coming out of the double team, making the right pass for the extra pass for Ekh for the 3-point.
You know, it's funny, too. The last time that Syracuse started 6-1 in conference play, Coach Jack was a guard on the team. Cayla King hits the three, and right now Virginia Tech can't miss. Syracuse can't buy a basket right now. They're 2 for 11 from the floor here. Wenzel, dribble drive, baseline, lays it up and in. Everything working.
Well, you want to run Virginia Tech off the line, but you don't want them to get all the way to the basket. And you see other people scoring. You haven't heard from Liz Kitley for a while, but you don't need to. You have these people scoring. Finally, a 3-point shot. Syracuse trying to push Virginia Tech way past the 3-point line to start their offense, but that's the danger. You let Amoore drive to the basket. It's too congested.
Hokies 5 of their last 5 from the floor. This has been all Virginia Tech here. Easy positioning underneath for Kitley. Only 2 players scored in the first frame for Syracuse as Wood puts a shot up. That's no good. Follows up her own shot. Blocked from behind by Strack. Wooley, the second leading scorer on the team with 13.5 points a game. Rice gets to the elbow and drains the jumper.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Not taking Rice off the dribble and able to get the shot at the elbow, and now they try to slow it down and get a steal.
And the 3 falls for Dyaisha Fair, and just like that, the crowd.
Fair, she's going to get you points and she's going to get you buckets. You know it's going up. You see the defender coming, it does not matter.
Wooley with the crossover. Now steps through one and hits the floater.
She is the best for Syracuse is scoring in that mid-range.
Over the last month in conference play for the Orange as Ekh open for 3 and the shots are falling here. Syracuse 3 of the last 3, make it 4 of the last 4 from the floor. And a little bit of a run here.
And they take a little bit longer to make decisions on their options.
King fakes the pass, takes the shot, and hits the 3. About 9 makes per game as a team. They've already got 7. Georgia Wooley with the answer, though, this time. The
question is, how long do you leave Amoore on the bench? Do you try to ride out this second quarter or not?
Oh, they can't miss right now, Helen. They can't miss. From beyond the arc. Rice with a baseline drive. Wooley, corner 3. And she hits it as well. Got hit on the way down. No whistle. To the dome. Fair, nice dump off to Wilson.
See, now you see Syracuse, and you play good defense, you can go in the lane.
Here's Dyaisha Fair with the handles. And hits the baseline jumper.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. In half court, and that made a big difference for them. And always, you're going to see Dyaisha.
Latham rattles one home. First points of the game for the
good defense there by King to not let Rice get into the middle of the zone.
Fair dumps one down to Rice, and she makes the layup. What vision for...
Obviously going to try to drive and kick if they can.
Wenzel will take it all the way to the rim and score. That'll do it for the first half from the Dome. After basically every shot was falling in the first half. Ekh off the screen, the three's blocked. There's skip pass to Wood. Somebody a little late. And another block. Misses both free throws. Nobody has scored yet in this third quarter. The same score that we had at the half as Wooley will go to the line with a chance at an and-one opportunity.
In the mid-range, off the dribble, getting into the meat of that zone at the elbow, and no one picking her up until it was too late.
Fair. Off-balance shot, no good. Sumio with the board. Ekh, transition three, and she hits Matilda Ekh.
They've been doing cross screens or going directly into the post. Maybe want to try that.
Amoore wide open down the lane. The left-handed layup is good for Georgia Amoore. Over the last minute, Kennedy Perkins puts it on the floor, lays it off to Wilson, edges, and finishes. Ekh also has 12. That's a nice dump off to Kitley, but a good closeout. Sumio, three falls from the corner.
She has mastered that.
Wooley, pull-up jumper. So good in that mid-range, isn't she? 6-point lead for Virginia Tech. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Wooley driving and fouled. Somehow gets it to go. And also...
hands up. She tries to go for the steal here. And that's just...
a lot of fadeaway shots. Uncomfortable. Amoore dribbles through the paint. Ekh. Jumper falls. And Matilda Ekh now with...
aggressive offensively.
Amoore dribbles through the zone. Left-handed layup is good. She can carve up the zone.
Well, don't be surprised. Coach Jack just took her out the rest of this quarter. I can guarantee you she's going to heat up in the fourth quarter.
Amoore fading away from the free throw line in Georgia.
But don't be surprised if Kitley pops.
Amoore, long two. Oh! Georgia Amoore drills the jumper. Double-digit comebacks this year. 3 comebacks of 10 or more points, including a 19-point and an 18-point one. That's a good set play. 6'5", freshman from Buffalo come in. Dyaisha Fair at a quiet third quarter. Jump stop, puts it up short. Wood with the O board. Rice drives baseline, lays it up and in with the right. Later Rice. Fair, floater, got fouled, and the basket. Here comes Dyaisha Fair.
She's just going to probe and get to that space where she can get her shot off.
Dyaisha Fair, 5-point game. Ekh down the lane. Left-handed layup, no good, and Strack, second chance opportunity, puts it home. The freshman from Buffalo. Georgia Amoore leading all scorers with 21, splits a couple of defenders, hands it off to King for 3, and it's good.
They just spread out the defense there. And
lost the handle there. Here's Latham on the low post, working on Strack. Latham behind the backboard there. 6'5" frame.
Coach Jack said it's a luxury to just tell her, hey, go get a bucket and not have to set up things.
Fair, high pass to Wood, and one.
Serves as a distraction, if you will, and that back line for Virginia Tech this entire game has been so... We'll see a lot of screens for Amoore. Just trying to free her, make some decisions.
Underneath, Strack had it blocked with the rebound.
Well, there's where Strack's got to get stronger.
Blocked from behind by Strack.
6'5", makes up for it on the other end.
And now shooting from the floor.
But you still go with her if you're Virginia Tech.
In the corner, King hits the triple. Coach Jack is furious right now. Right into Georgia Wooley, and there was no foul on the call. In the corner, Ekh, in and out, tipped away. Fair trips over her teammate Wilson. They're both still on the floor. Ekh underneath to Kelly, and she lays it in.
See what she comes up. See what the defense gives her.
If you're Syracuse, at what point do you start fouling? As Amoore floats one up and in. Might start considering it a little earlier now.
Absolutely.
Back to a 9-point game. Fair, top of the key, 3. Off to the right. She's been in double figure scoring every single game this year, and that will come to an end here today.
When you have games like that, you just have to play through it and contribute however you can.
As Rice rattles one home in a timeout called by Coach Jack.
He only had 13 points today, which is pretty good defense from a player like that.
It certainly was. Georgia Amoore with the ball, watches the clock wind down. 29 points for Georgia Amoore to lead all scorers.